Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play. Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. I'm Black Belt Bobman. With me is someone who's stuck with me even
See
through
you.
the darkest of times. Darkness is going to be a reoccurring theme. So let's talk a little bit about this game while the intro movie plays. Um, which, by the way, this intro movie is basically the entire plot condensed in like 4 minutes. Also, parts of it like this are ripped directly from the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix secret movie, which was called Birth by Sleep. And anyway, so this game was released in Japan after Birth by Sleep came out at the beginning of 2010 in Japan, and then it came out in like November or September in 2010 in America. And much like Kingdom Hearts 1, they added a bunch of nice, they added some stuff and cleaned up the graphics a little bit and did some things in the American version. And then, only a few months later, I think it was in like February or March 2011, they released this Final Mix, which added in everything that the American version added in, which was stuff like I said, the graphics were cleaned up. There was a new boss, a couple other things that won't make sense until we actually get to the game. And then in this, they added some extra little kind of mission things in each world, which I will be showing. A bunch more bosses, three new bosses, and
This sweet remix
this
of the song for the very first game.
that was already in the that was already
Oh,
in the original. And then what was the other thing? There's like there's a couple other there's a couple new mechanics related things, which we'll be getting to.
I'm looking forward to it. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a good game. Plot is a little bonkers,
Well, I
but
hear the plot is pretty important. Wasn't this almost a PS2 game?
I don't know actually.
I thought I heard it was. Or at the very least, you told me that what's his name? Nomura said that this was basically Kingdom Hearts Zero in terms of overall plot
Right,
importance.
game is as important as a numbered title. Unfortunately, Nomura is not very good at getting
Plot.
that across with just the game title. So, um, I'm using a translation patch, so stuff's gonna be in English, thankfully. Um, let's start a new game. I'm playing on critical mode. Critical mode in this game, what it does is you take double damage. You deal half damage to your opponents. You have half HP, but the flip side of that is you start with more command slots, which we will get to, and you have the zero EXP ability, excuse me, from the beginning, which if you want to do a low level game, that's the only way to do it, which is retarded, by the way.
Show off.
I would never do a low level game. That yellow window that popped up was if you have um, a Japanese Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep vanilla save that's 100% complete, you unlock something very early on in this that normally you don't unlock until the end of each character's story. So as you
I've
can
got
probably
I've got Birth by Sleep Rocky Road in my fridge. Will that work?
no,
Ah, damn it.
it's a different no. I don't think there's actually an ice cream for that. Oh, this game involves ice cream, as do all the other ones. But for reals, ice cream's like a thing in this game. As you probably noticed, there's like three main characters. You play
We'll
through
get
each of their stories, and then they intertwine and interlock, and in the end, some crazy shit happens.
well we'll be seeing that pretty soon, right?
Pretty
They
soon.
get into that pretty quick. But for now, oh look, this is kind of familiar.
This is a very important scene. It's very
So
important.
so I'm gonna talk over it.
It's kind of weird to think that they would put this incredibly important scene right at the beginning, which you probably will only see once.
Japan.
This world is just too small.
Who is that? I don't know. Who's that guy? I don't know. Okay, I do know, but... So one of the problems with the translation patch I'm using is that sometimes, because Japanese uses a lot less text than English, sometimes they can't fit all the English subtitles in the small amount of text that is given to them, so sometimes I might have to manually write in some of the
like a prison.
subtitles that are important.
You will be right at home.
It's a caterpillar or a cocoon. Oh wait, no, it's a kid. Hey, he looks familiar.
He looks like that one guy.
That guy.
Yeah. Oh, what was his name? Roxas? Yeah, that guy. So, I should say about the plot of this game. This game, 358 Days Over 2 and Recoded, were all developed at the same time. Oh, well, not Recoded, Coded, which was his Japanese cell phone game, which was re-released on the DS as Recoded, which compiled all the episodes together and added some more stuff, and also segued into Kingdom Hearts 3D. But, this, all those plots were written at the same time, so he basically wrote the entire rest of the plot for all the games after Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix came out. So there's a lot of coherence
But this is...
among all the different games now.
Why are you in my heart?
Coherence, but not... It doesn't make any sense. Like, it connects, but it's still retarded. I will fill these as subtitles in
Yeah.
post. But this scene's incredibly
my
important.
But my heart is fractured.
And it also should look familiar and sound familiar.
And now, the little
It's a
I
fucked
have
up looking
left
heart.
is slipping
I think you
away.
should get that checked out, man. It's not supposed to be circular.
Where's the cardiologist when you need him?
Huh?
My friend's dad is a cardiologist.
Well, maybe you
I haven't
should
talked
hook
to
him
him
up
in a
with this
while.
guy. You know, give him a referral. Does he get you get
There
something?
should be a lot more blood. Oh wait, no, these are white blood cells. That's it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Antibodies.
We're all good.
Perfect. This should look familiar to anybody who's played.
Is it me, or are his legs really long compared to the rest of the
No,
body?
his
His
pants
arms,
are
too.
really high.
Right.
His pants are really high.
Nerd.
Well, I don't know, man. Anime is like Japan imitating Disney, so now like Disney anime is like Disney imitating Japan,
Open the
imitating
door.
Disney.
I always thought these stained glass things were pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I love the stained glass. It's great. It's one of my favorite reoccurring themes throughout the whole series. The stained glass. Dive into the heart things. Very cool. Very, very cool. So that is our new buddy. He is one of the main characters. We will be learning more about him soon.
Did you already mention one important detail of this game? When it takes place?
Oh. This is a prequel. Well, we sort of mentioned that because we said it's Kingdom Hearts 0, basically. So
Fair
this,
enough.
so this, by the way, this is all taking place 10 years before the events of Kingdom Hearts. It's better to mention it now than like the end of the video, you know what I mean?
A keyblade.
So this really sets up the entirety of everything that happens and is going to happen. And there may be a few retcons, but they don't really... People really complain about retcons. There's really not that many, to be honest. They manage to rationalize things pretty well. And Nomura likes to take like the most minute details and make them suddenly be really important.
Well, I say,
What's up?
I'm all for the insanity of this series.
Yeah, you can't really. I mean, the anybody who tries to take it seriously goes crazy. That's why the fandom is really insane, and embarrassing. But if you just sort of like let it happen,
Just kind of roll with it.
it's
That's what I do.
It's really fun. It's a fun little joyride.
Oh, here he is again.
Yeah, that room looks really familiar for some reason.
Nice shirt.
Yeah, in the middle of his chest there is the Merc of Mastery emblem. I guess it's like the Keyblade Master
A
emblem.
meteor shower.
Oh, why would we have that?
Well, as we will soon learn, he lives on a world that... Hold on, we'll see the name. The name's coming. Here it is. Ah, there you go. The Land of Departure, which is where new Keyblade Masters are trained, so that's why that symbol is important. The reason it also says the text at the bottom is because obviously this is a Japanese game with a translation patch, so that text would have said Land of Departure in Japanese, which I think actually has its own Japanese name, as opposed to it being like katakana, which is just for loan words. So instead of having a loan word, instead of just being like,
I can't see much from here.
rando,
Goddamn light pollution.
departure, or whatever.
Can't see the fucking meteors.
There's too many little glowy lights. Do they have electricity? I'm so confused.
No, they just have light
They just have magic.
and darkness. You know.
He's apparently really offended by
That
these
sound despair.
circle things. He's like, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you, you hanging pendulum. I hate you. This is like the most basic tutorial where it tells you how shit works. I mean, if you've played any other Kingdom Hearts game, almost all of this is gonna be very familiar.
He's rocking the Force Unleashed
Want
stance.
a piece of me too?
Oh
reverse
yeah, the
Keyblade.
reverse.
That obviously means he's extremely cool and unique.
Yeah, well, I
everybody
mean,
else who holds
that's
the sword
when
backwards.
you're using like a short blade. That's definitely a good idea. So with commands, so everybody you get commands that you can equip that do different things: magic, physical. Each character has their own unique commands, but there's a large chunk of them that are shared among all three. That's all gonna be covered soon. But so when I said you have more command slots, you can equip 5 commands at the beginning of the game, as opposed to, I believe it's 3 if you're playing on beginner, standard, or proud. The reason they do that is to offset the ridiculous difficulty of critical. It's really not that hard though. It's really hard early on, but if you know how to get abilities really quickly, then it stops being hard. Abilities, which you know from previous games, which all had them, are tied directly to commands.
Why does it
So
seem
that's
so
again something we'll go over
familiar?
soon. But right now, some
And like
plot is happening, I think.
any good game out of Japan, the first hour is completely dominated by cutscenes.
Oh yeah, this video is almost all cutscenes. I kind of want his little wrist cuff, the black and white checkered wrist cuff. It's really
I'm
awesome.
sure you can get it somewhere. Whoa!
Whoa, hey.
Whoa!
Is that his mother?
Isn't Mira or is everybody's
Keep eating
eyes in these
great,
games
Aqua.
huge?
That,
Yeah,
you
Disney.
hopeless sleepyhead.
Oh, I guess
you
that
should
is a
have at least
Disney
brought
thing.
a
You're right.
blanket.
Certain character designs are
did I
very
dream that
influenced
place
by
up?
Disney. Like, Sora has giant
It really
feet,
felt like I'd been there
big
before,
boots and shit.
looking up at the stars.
But yeah, I mean, their eyes are very anime, which is very, like, old Disney.
Except you've always lived here with us.
Yeah. I know.
So she must be a Keyblade master or in training too.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's a Keyblade master.
God damn, those boots look like
Hey,
a
Aqua.
fucking pain.
You ever wonder what
Yeah, I
stars
don't know what
are?
the hell, man. It's a good
Where
thing
light
that
comes
Nomura's
from?
not a fashion designer.
Well, they say.
That every star up there.
Speaking
is
of
another
fashion,
world.
MC Hammer in his triumphant return. Oh,
Tara.
Whoa, that
Damn
guy's
it.
that guy's hair looks familiar.
Hard to believe there are so many worlds out there besides our own. The light is their hearts,
He sounds really weird
and
in
it's
just
shining
this
down on
cutscene
us
for
like a
some
million
reason.
lanterns.
What? I don't get it.
In other words, they're just like you, Ven.
What does that mean?
You'll find out someday, I'm sure.
I want to know now.
You're too young to know now.
Quit treating me like a kid.
Hey, what are you laughing at?
I can't help it. You two would make the weirdest brothers.
Doesn't make sense.
sure, whatever.
So anyway, their names: Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. You're never
Also,
gonna
Her shirt
guess
reminds
this.
me of that weird fashion trend these days, where where women have shirts with the shoulders cut out. You seen those?
Oh yeah, that's not new. That's like 80s.
I don't get that.
The 80s.
80s.
Oh, yeah.
She's got no. She
Tara,
just has
you and I
sleeves
have our Mark of Mastery exams tomorrow.
that are like strapped on.
I made us good luck charms.
I don't understand. So Terra,
Whoa.
I'm gonna.
Here.
This is a shocker. Terra's gets a lot
I
of
get one too?
Earth-related
Of course.
commands.
One for each of us.
And by a lot, I mean a couple. Ventus gets lots of
Somewhere out there,
wind-related commands,
there's
and
this tree
a
with
lot of ones that are
star-shaped
very
fruit.
fast.
And the fruit
And
represents
Aqua
an
loves
unbreakable
magic.
connection. So
Holy
as long
shit.
as you and your friends carry good luck charms shaped like
Oh hey, remember the Pau
Nothing can
fruit
ever
from
drive
Kingdom
you
Hearts
apart.
1?
Yeah, these
You'll
charms
always
look
find your way back
real
to each
familiar.
other.
I know, it's a great. They have
I
this
think
great
we're
way of
supposed to make
tying
them
everything
Sure,
easy
it's just
together.
a coincidence.
But
Stars
I
are
did
pretty
the
cool.
best with what I had.
Boy,
Stars
sometimes
are
you
cool,
are such a
yeah.
girl.
Hey, what do you mean sometimes?
Oh,
So this isn't a real good
so
luck charm?
Well, that's yet to be seen. But
so
I did work a little
Ventus is
magic
voiced
on
by
it.
Jesse McCartney, who
Really?
also voiced Roxas.
What?
Obviously.
An unbreakable
Aqua's voiced by
connection.
Willa Holland, who was on the OC. And I don't remember what the guy's name is who voices Terra, but he was on some show. Ugh. Anyway, their voice acting isn't terrible, but it's not great.
Tomorrow's the exam.
Aqua's
want a
voice
star?
acting's kind of flat,
I can take
but
it.
she is also the most interesting character in the game, and probably the best character in the whole series. Well, maybe she's the best female character. Riku's pretty awesome. He gets really awesome the more games he's in. So you can already see with Terra, I'm trying to block desperately.
Quit going easy
He
on
is a lot slower
me. Not
than
gonna win unless you
Ventus.
stay on the offensive.
So, here's another mechanic. That bar above your commands fills up as you hit hit enemies. And you get a finishing move if it fills up all the way. But there are also command styles that if you use, depending on what type of commands you used when you filled up the bar, you turn into different styles, which give you different kinds of attacks, different finishing moves, different elements. It's pretty cool.
So it's like if you build a long enough combo, then you
Right.
get access to additional moves, and you can choose what those moves are.
Yeah, depending on what is in your deck. So I generally base my deck around what what command styles I want. That's a shot lock. Shot locks are pretty fucking broken. They're incredibly powerful. You're invincible while they're going on too.
And I'm sure you'll be abusing those handily.
I try not to abuse shot locks too much because it kind of sucks the fun out of the game. So I've kind of played as Terra and Aqua a little bit, so I'm going to play as Ven again because he's pretty fun to play as.
Now this isn't like the like when you choose like sword, staff, or shield.
No, this is just you can.
This is just to screw around.
It's like practice basically.
All right.
So if you want to, you can kind of get used to playing as each character before you start the real game. So, and yes, this is just the intro. We will never be playing this intro again. Ventus has a lot of strike raid type commands, which is that move he just did where he threw his Keyblade. Aqua gets really high level powerful magic that's hilariously overpowered. She can steamroll the game. It's pretty fantastic. And then Terra gets a lot of really brutal physical attacks, as well as like I said, some sort of earthy type things, and maybe a few other types of commands.
He also gets a lot of shit.
He also,
but we'll see that later.
He's an idiot. Yes, he trusts people too much, and it's bad. Command board is something we'll getting to later, but just know that there's a board game that you can play in game to power up your commands. Oh yeah.
That's never a good sign.
No, it's fantastic.
Are there Mario Party style minigames in this board game? Can I play bumper balls, whatever?
No, but there are tons of mini games in this game, and each one is going to have its own explanatory video. I don't know.
Hey,
but each
gonna
one
head
gets
back.
its own video, and then I'm going to have videos explaining the
too.
mechanics. I'm going to explain all about commands, which I personally think is the best addition to the series. Commands change everything. They make everything better. It's just like the battle system, the depth of the battle system has grown exponentially since Birth by Sleep because of commands. No more
Together.
mashing,
Always.
X and sometimes triangle. There's a lot of strategy to it because of commands. So.
That would be the last night
But I like X
we
and
ever
triangle.
spent beneath the same stars.
So this is basically the end of the intro. Next time we will actually be tackling the For Reals game.
Sounds good.
See
See
you
you then.
then.